I'm back.
Hey.
My God. What's up,
There it is.
man?
There it is. Right
What's
over.
up,
Joe
man?
Jefferson.
My,
What's up?
what up, bro? How you feel?
I feel good, man.
Yeah, that's
So,
love.
yo,
That's love.
all
It's good
day
to
I
see
wonder,
you.
like, yo, it's the trippiest moment. Like, yo, I know y'all gonna ask me shit, but how do y'all know each other, bro?
Yo,
That's
real
what's
talk.
crazy to me. I'm like,
Yeah,
yo, you probably the oldest, not oldest age wise, but like dating back, probably the oldest friend I got, bro.
yo, real talk. Man,
Real
that
shit,
feels
like,
like six.
yeah, like
That was a good
sixth,
minute.
sixth grade, sixth grade.
Real shit.
Also
Locked
the
in.
elementary homies, but like we locked in, yo.
For sure. For sure. That's love. Go way back for sure.
Yo,
But
this is beautiful. Oh, you got it, Joe.
I was saying me and Ian, I I think before Masterman, we like was it before Masterman? We was in a baseball camp together for like a week.
Yes.
At
I
like
forgot
Mount
about
Airy
that.
Playground and shit. Like it's crazy how the shit is connected.
But I mean, yeah, honestly, I don't even remember that. I remember Joe
Yeah,
Jeff from
yeah.
sixth grade. Like when it's funny when I like y'all was best friends in middle school.
Wow,
Like
there, yo. We used to
what?
be big,
Real shit.
big, yeah. This Christian's class,
Yeah, wildin', wildin'.
Well, you said
man,
Miss
banging people.
Fisher, like
No, Miss
the
Christian.
Christian,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's exactly what I meant. I had her too. She was like the Scooby look. That's all I remember about her.
Yeah, man. Get your act together, guys. She caught you, like.
Real talk.
No, but yeah, this goes full circle in so many ways. Cause like, okay, first, y'all were really close friends in sixth grade, right?
Yeah.
Which is like, this is really cool to just see y'all reconnect. And
And I ran into him in the street a couple of times.
So all the time at always the most timely like meetup, like there,
Yes,
yo.
you're one real
Always
tough.
stop the car wherever he at.
Stop traffic.
Every time, bro.
Word.
Yo, that's beautiful. And now, honestly, I would say Joe is becoming one of my closest friends. Like, that's
Real
my
tough.
brother now. And we met through Sacred Inclusion, pretty much. You know, you've been in a couple of the Johns. And he sent me a couple of DMs like, yo, I see what you be saying, what you be posting. I feel you. And we just started talking like that, which is crazy because you did the same thing to me like back like 6, 7, 8 years ago. And that's kind of how we like took the next step of friendship of just like, you know, in touch, DM here, DM there. And it's just so many full circle things. So I really want to get into I want to hear more about you.
Say you find your tribe.
Yeah, because man, it's just brothers. Brothers is connected right now, and it's cool. I'm excited. I'm not gonna lie. And I didn't get a chance to catch up with you in a while because your life has continued to be such a wild journey. And we're definitely gonna talk about you, the fact that you are now a father. But before we get into like details, I gotta hear like it's been what, like 3 weeks of you being a father? Like how
3
you
weeks,
feeling? How was that?
3 weeks. Yo. So she was born a little early, but she's home now, thankfully. And yo, it's ironic because you feel like this super blessing and a super like damn wow moment. Like I was just holding her like 45 minutes ago, and I'm like, I just keep telling Mars like, yo, this is a real human. Like this, this like shorty really like here. It's all up to that's not a cat. It's not like I don't know. It's just like it's trippy. It's mind blowing. You know what I mean? But in a way, you feel the same because like I feel like I was aligned and like willing for, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily like, yo, let's have a kid, but like always open to whatever comes and always look forward to like the next level, which is like fatherhood. So it's felt, I don't even think it's processed yet fully, you know what I mean? But it felt good. It felt good. She has like a good temperament, like a chill baby. Most newborn babies are chill anyway. I imagine like they eating and sleeping. So, but it felt good. It felt like blissful, like damn, and kind of encouraging or inspiring in a way. but all of this, it's like a big dam. Like the word dam is damn in all its like definitions. Like,
Right.
damn, that's crazy. Damn, I gotta tighten up. Damn, all right, what was I about to do? Damn, that's chalk because this is more important. You know what I mean? It's just like all the variations of damn, but all the good ones.
So can you like, so we hear now, right? The moments leading up to it where it's like we finding out early, like, yo, this is real, right? You about to be a father, like you're looking down the pipeline. What are some of those things that like those perspective changes where it's like you said, oh, that's chalk now, I'm going over here, or falling back? With some of those things that like progressed over time?
I think it's just a matter of, for me, it was like priorities. Like what's actually of like what's essential, what's just like playful in a way, what matters. You know what I'm saying? What is setting, because I think it's a super, to bring a life into the world is, that's a responsibility. And it can be taken lightly or it can be taken with like understanding. And I think the 9 months leading up was just kind of me looking back on self, like what are the things that you don't ever want to see? You don't ever want your kid to see you doing. What are the things you don't want to be doing as a kid? What are the things you wish your parents had done? What are the things, you know what I mean? So I don't know if I have like exactly what are the things leading up, but it was a lot of just like introspection and reflection and just like unfolding and opening up. And yeah, like you get to imagine a little more, you get to repurpose here, tweak that, but a lot of priorities, what's more important, how do you set up the next generation? Because you gotta be, I was telling my little brother all the time, like you gotta be responsible for the next generation. And like he's under me and now baby girl's under me too. But I'm like, all right, little bro, like so now here go your wingman. So whatever I'm putting on to you put me on, that you put her on. So I think it's just stepping into that responsibility of realizing, all right, yeah, so a life ain't asked to be here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things just happen by chance. But if you're going to consciously do it, then do it the right way, or as right as you can. You know what I mean? Like still learning.
Okay, so we jumping right into the fatherhood train. So I just got to say, is there anything else that you can speak on when it comes to you being a father for 3 weeks, whether it's the pregnancy leading up, whether it's a story, some advice, a thought? Like, is there anything else that like you feel like comes to you that you want to be like, yo, I'm a father now, boom? What you like? Is there anything?
Wait, give me a little, refine it for me. Refine it for me. Just like broad, it's real broad.
Oh no, I wanted to be broad. Like I wanted to be broad, to be honest.
Whatever kind of comes to mind.
Like yeah, like a story. Like to me, that's crazy that you're a father.
Yeah.
Like you and Marjorie had a baby, and I know there's got to be like maybe you like kind of just like are still processing it, and it's hard to come up with anything. But I don't know. Like, is there any stories? Like any like revelations? Like what's the biggest difficulty? Has it been hard? Like sleeping, getting sleep? Like what's the biggest change? I don't know anything.
Last night was the first night that baby was here, and I'm not really a sleeper anyway. I'm kind of get out, you go. I can go to bed, sleep 4 hours, and get up. But it was I asked Mars, what like, because the baby breastfeeds on like kind of whenever she called for it, you know what I mean? So every 2 hours, every 2 hours. And I realized that last night was the first time we was really in it. And so it was like, obviously, if Mars get up, I'm gonna get up or at least be stirred a bit. And it happened so frequently that I got lost in it last night. Like, what time is it? Mars is like 3:30. And it was like the last thing I thought she was gonna ever say. I'm thinking it's 6 a.m., 7 a.m., maybe midnight. It was just like we got lost in the the roller coaster last night. And then we woke up this morning kind of like, all right, damn, first night's over. Let's run it. So the last thing you said was kind of like, has it been hard sleeping? No, not at all. Just because it's the first time. So who knows? I can get back to you in a couple of weeks or what that looks like. But I think we prepared to kind of go with the ebb and flows of every couple of hours. Like you will be stirred. Somebody was saying like you're gonna get your allotment of sleep. So if you a 6 hour sleeper, you're gonna get 6 hours. It just might not be straight. Like a 2 here, 1 here, a half here, 3 on the back end.
So sitting up in the chair, you might get 90 minutes sitting up, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Count for 7.
Yeah, add them all up.
Man, I'm just in awe. Joe, you got any other questions about fatherhood or?
So I was gonna ask them, and not only just about like fatherhood, but like even like back in the day, I always remember like you was like looking out for your sister too, right? So like you always was looking out for your siblings, like no doubt under your wing, I'm giving you a game and all that stuff. So how did that kind of give you some reps like as a leader, as like trying to give direction and like protection, that type of stuff?
For sure. And my brother's been living with me since December. So I think I kind of have, even I'm still learning like when to be big brother, when to be like head guardian, you know what I mean? So I think the repetition was definitely there or has been there. I think life just give you a confidence in like leading. Like if you're gonna be, like for me, I identify like a man. So you're gonna be a man and lead the household, and you're gonna like provide and protect, and you know what I mean, like profit, like priest the space you in. I think I have had repetitions in that. And I think it's also with my siblings, it's been an openness to, I might not know everything that's going on, but this is what I know. If it don't make sense to you, give me some feedback back, and together we'll kind of make a decision or like go forward. But it's always definitely a confidence that's been, you know what I mean? I can give you at least what I got. And if that don't make sense to you, speak on it. And if not, we might just gotta go with this, and next time we get a different outcome, you know?
Okay, so we didn't really get a chance to intro because like the energy of the connection was just too strong. But I definitely want to bring it back to the fact that like, so first, like you're my first reoccurring guest, shall we say, different platform. I got my brother Joe Jeff with me now. But the first time we talked, you told an incredible story, like your life journey, right? And then I feel like from that time, like it's been a year and some change, it's just continued to be like kind of a story, like a crazy story. And so first I want to kind of bring up the fact that like, so before, when we did our first podcast, so it was last March, you hadn't even like met your girlfriend, March, right? No. Y'all had never talked.
Not in this incarnation yet, you know what I'm saying? We had linked back up yet, you know what I'm
saying? and so I talked to like, and also Marge, like, Marge has been my friend since like 10 years at this point. So that's crazy to me because like two people that are like prevalent in my life came together and so much unfurl, which blows my mind. But so I talked to Marge a little. I want to ask a little bit about how, so our first podcast, some way, shape, or form, I could be wrong, helped y'all two like connect. How can you tell me about that to clarify for me?
So shoot. And once I shot it, you know what I'm saying, we wound up unfolding, or like kind of, I think Marge said she saw the first podcast that we did together, which made my whole like
green light. That's a green light.
Like, that was like the ultimate green light of like, all right, I kind of know this person. I kind of got an idea what this person is about. So I'm sure having not seen that might have been a lot more small talk, a lot more, you know what I mean? I think we got all the meat of it all before you even speak to one another, which is how that worked out, from what I understand. I think.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. Like I played some small part into y'all. That's like.
Oh, you was at every stage. We linked up at Afropunk years ago. That was what that your idea?
Was that my idea? That was my idea. That was my idea for you and me. I didn't even know that they was going. Like I didn't even know Marge was gonna be there. Like I just knew like that's when I sounded hot. Hit you up, you was with it. Boom, boom, boom. You know what I mean? So that's crazy. Like
you got put remember y'all be putting up little images. You could just like kind of flash. Remember we took the photo at Afropunk years ago. You got to flash that joint right there real quick.
The legendary photo. I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the podcast. You shoot your shot.
Yeah.
What ensues from there? Like, what's the situation if y'all becoming an item?
You know, so basically, we say like we just when you meet somebody, you just kind of know them. Like we heavy into the many lifetimes. So we just say like, damn, we linked up again this lifetime because it was like once I met her, I knew her, I saw her. It was a likewise situation. I had been looking for her for years, as you know. I'm like, what's up with your bed? What's up with your bed? Okay, respect to that. Let me know when that's over. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them type vibes. And it finally we was at dinner at your mom's house. And then
Oh yeah.
said, what's up with your beds again? I'm heavy, like gotta stay persistent. And then I just sent the blue butterfly, and then now we got a kid. You know what I'm saying? How it started versus how it's going is what they say.
It's love.
Yo.
But no, it was not to minimize it though, but I'm bidding. But I was definitely a person who made a lasting impact on you. Like I'm sure both of y'all can look back on just people who have just made an impression on you over the years. And it was one of those impressions like years ago from the start. And it was just a matter of time before like, I gotta see this person again. I gotta, where she at? What's she up to? Obviously with respect to where we were and who we were with during our time. But when I had like eyes to gaze, I was definitely looking for Marge. And then timely like met up. So when I did see Marge again, she had seen me through Ian, and there was a fluidity, just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like, damn, there's this person you recognize and are open to like where we at now type of vibe. And I think we both just kind of Libra, just with the things and lovers of love and all the things. So it's not just me or her per se, but I think the forces of nature play into where we are now. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a nice nudge from mother nature there.
I'm gonna call a quick timeout real quick. My screen just went yellow on me because Tamara changed my lighting yesterday to protect my eyes. And I want to make sure that John is not fucking up the video. So let me hope that she's here. And give me like 2 minutes. Y'all can just rap. And I got editing, so I just edit that shit out real quick. We good.
So what's your anniversary or something, bro?
It was Monday.
Oh my,
17th.
it had to be, y'all.
Yeah, nah, I was letting that chopper fly, bro. Yeah, man.
I mean, they must have got engaged or something 2 days ago. Like it had to be some type of holiday.
So listen, man, they ain't too far off, but yeah, I just be letting because I got like mad files, you know what I'm saying? Files that's like moments and like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like no caption necessary, just
you see it.
Hold that.
Hold that. Throw it against the wall. Hold that.
I can't hear you.
I feel it, bro. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo. Real talk, man. I'm so happy for you. I'm happy for y'all, for the fam, bro.
Okay, right click on my desktop.
Yeah, real talk.
And a great space, great potential.
It says what?
Space. Only can go up. Great starting point. We still live in the same spot you saw us at when you drove by and west.
Okay, personalized.
It's a nice spot to be starting a fam.
Okay.
Continuing a fam.
Yeah.
That's background image, lock screen, fonts.
You gotta lead us in there.
Background?
John, right?
Color, background, color, contrast.
No edits, yo. That's really what it comes down
to. Lead the whole John in there.
Protect your eyes.
Okay, background, colors, themes.
She was looking out for him. She was like, you be too close to that damn screen.
Taskboard, fonts.
He tried to cut it back and go on.
Any of those? Like I didn't even hear that, but I might just keep that because I just sounded like love. Like
you gotta keep all of this. You might as well just keep all of it.
Yeah, so we back.
If you can keep up, you can keep up.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it back. All right, so yeah, so what was life like? Met Marge, started like hanging out, developed a little relationship, and then like what was life like at that stage?
We vibing. We went right to it, right to level 10. Get right to it. Like let's Let's go in between. Let's go. We get the crib. We doing the thing. We build. I don't know. I don't think it was like that's the way it played out, obviously. But it was just we would just both open, say yes type folks. Like, damn, I'm about to move out. You about to move out too? All right, well, let's move to a crib. All right, we got a nice crib now. You know, it's just, I think our whole union has been a string of like, we could do this, and the potential of this is great, but life said you should do this and just play it safe. And I don't think we made many like safe decisions along the way, but we still rolling. Life's been in our favor, you know what I'm saying? We bet big, win big, and a bet big, win big type of. Would you agree, Mark? Mark just came in the kitchen, she cooking, holding it down like mother rhymes.
Marge, what up? Yo, by the way,
Yes,
she's totally welcome to pop in and say what's up.
He said, what up? I'm about to pop in and show face, man.
Yo, let's go.
Real time. Don't try to fix your hair. We here. Ian just got his blue light checked though. He's already like.
Yo,
wait, hold on.
What's good?
Sophia.
Yeah, like, we about to bring the baby.
It's
on.
real.
Live,
It is real, bro. It's about to be
that's just how it's been, you know. Yeah. It was we had a great summer, you know what I'm saying? Great fall, like, you know, just friends, you know what I mean? Just you meet somebody who walking in the same direction as you and there's no downside. Like I'm walking that way, and if you decide to walk off a path up there, it's all good. And if we keep walking, we keep walking. It's been that type of vibe, you know what I'm
saying? Yeah. It is like a lot of it is about like finding somebody that, like you said, the journey. Oh, we got the introduction. Oh,
I don't want to be too loud. Hello. Wow, yo. Man, that's a beautiful baby.
I can't hear him, but so much.
He said hi. They send all their love and praise.
Thank you.
The light
should have put the blanket on like Mike Jackson. That's blanket. We call it blanket.
Okay.
Man, bro.
You over the balcony with it.
Yeah, over the balcony, out the back window with it.
But what was you saying, Joe?
No, so we was just kind of getting into it, like you were saying, just going to stages and like journeying and finding somebody to journey with every day. Like you said, having a good summer, being able to just, whether you grinding, because right, we all grinding, we all on a personal journey. And like at the same time, like you said, you look to your partner and be like, oh, we walking the same way, let's go together. And how that amplifies everything. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, y'all went right to 10. It's really like an amplification of each other.
Mm-hmm. I think we both them type of people too. I got my little cousin. She's not my younger cousin. She's heavy. We just call her like a lover. She's just a lover of love and just like all in. She'll meet somebody, be like, I don't know why they can't tell me he ain't love me yet. Like it's been while it's been 7 days. She like, I love you, you love me. I don't know what this whole back and forth is. Like, how long we gonna play this game out? And I'm like, we're not that dramatic, but I feel like we are those type of people where it's like, yo, we know what this is, we know what this can be, and if it ain't that, then it ain't that. But if it is that, we gotta lean into it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Sometimes you gotta lean into it. You know, and that has obviously ups and downs. And it ain't always like a flawless thing, but it's just like a willingness type of thing. You know, you open.
Man, I'm in Ecuador with the connects. But okay, so what I got else for you? So hop in the situation with Marge, going beautiful, and you were thrown like the curveball of all curveballs, right? Pretty much, I'm gonna just let you speak on like how that changed your life, what happened, and just what happens, you know?
Yeah. So in December, my mom passed away. My little brother and my mom were living in California for like the last 5 or 6 years, San Diego. And they came back and were here for a few months. Mom got ill, wound up passing away. So then my little brother moved in with me and Mara. So like we're faced with like another one of those. It was all good. We were just having a good summer. We was at the beach and at the lake. And now that could be like all right, I'm going my way, you're going your way. But then we decide as a pair, like, that's still, this addition to our life doesn't change the direction we walk in. So it's like a beautiful blessing in a sense. We had a nice place. He had his own room. And it just seemed like I realized recently I'd always been manifesting kind of like, I want my brother to be with me. I want my brother to be with me. Didn't see it happening the way it happened, but for years, I'm like, I can't wait to play a part in my brother's life, like very close by. So he got to move in with us. And oh man, he's a trip to watch. Like he's down like 150 pounds. He like
Whoa.
open, like yeah, we had him working out and eating right, and it was an opportunity to do the right thing. And for Marge as a whole separate, like this is not her relative, but it's like a kind of taking, if we want to be these like change makers and we want to call ourselves tribes and community, we want to change the neighborhood around us, like I feel like we were faced with an opportunity to do the same thing like in-house. It's very easy to say, yo, I'm gonna go change West Philly or I'm gonna change Philly, and then you get to change like one person in your household and like overlook that. So to us, or to me, it was like, damn, like of course, like we want you here. And to Marge, it was like, yo, yeah, this, she says all the time, this is, bringing in Nigel was in line with her becoming the woman that she saw herself becoming. Mm-hmm. And it's that same, like, damn, you meet somebody who sees you and you just meet your tribe, you meet your like-mindedness, and you're going in the same direction. So then it's been just, going on a year now, and just it's just like they say, you become a parent, you got a teenager. So I had a teenager before I had Sophia. You know what I mean? And it's just like you get to be a brother again, you get to hold yourself accountable again, you get to learn, you just get to see and remember what it was like to be 15. What are the things that like we should be speaking about? Like, what are the things? I still got conversations. I'm like, damn, how do I bring this up? Yeah, they like you the cliche, damn, it's time to have to talk yet. Is it like I'm still on that though? Like, every time we ride to the barbershop, I have to drop it on them. Like, so as an old age, you kind of like see like, damn, it ain't so easy to just communicate with your kid. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to say. I wish my parents would communicate the whole time. I'm in this position. I'm like, that's an awful conversation to have right now. I might just let that. It's easy. So I've been on that way, but it's been like it's been the biggest blessing of all. Yeah, like Joe was saying earlier, like kind of like me and my siblings have always had that dynamic, but this Joan brought it like full, like right in house, and you get to just like pour into another person, and that's been like super fulfilling and challenging and funny. Like, you gotta check them sometimes when you get the call from school, but you still the brother. It's just like it just ebbs and flows of just like a whole different dynamic. But Marge, and I'm grateful that Marge is here, because he and Marge have like a good dynamic. And honestly, like, she probably anchors that thing more than me. Not that I'm not here, but just like a woman, like a motherly presence, like that is coming out of her, that connects with my little brother in like the best way. And then I get to come in and kind of like weave and kind of sew it all together. So we got a nice vibe here. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it ain't always easy to like to your older brother or like your pop or your guardian to like have those moments, but somebody outside of the family who ain't directly connected, like they got a nice vibe, and yeah, they get on a wave together.
Word.
But that's been what the year has been, and now he's excited. He was the first person we told we have a kid. He just held her yesterday. The position we put her in, he was in that zone for like 20 minutes, ain't no movement, just yo, from right here, like, bro, you can move. Like, right. So,
wow.
But yeah, our families that like we're at the beginning of like what can be like 20 years from now. Now you got like the family reunion. We don't have that. We don't got like the big family. But I'm starting to see like, all right, we got Nigel here, Marge here, and Marge family, my family. Now we got Sophia here, and now Nigel. We started to build, and it's cool to just like kind of like build your tribe out, like build the family out, focus on what matters and who matters.
Yeah, so I want to ask you, right, and not just ask you, but for all of us, like the idea of, like you said, building your tribe out. You got your little brother under your wing. So I want to ask, like, as y'all relationship matures, right? Are you seeing like, you know, traits from like your parents and yourself, like the impression, and then how that's blending with like you, and then how that's blending with like your lady and her vibe and stuff like that. Like how like it's literally, you know what I'm saying? And now y'all passing it all on into a new one. Like, how's that been just a collection of everything?
My little brother, so he like wide beyond his years. He like a seeker, and I'm still kind of like learning him and getting to know him. But he also has this like super artistic and like eclectic side. Like I tell him all the time, like yo, you way more thorough at 15 than like I could have ever pretended to be. Yo, like you're actually like this is who you are. And at 15, I probably was like putting on like the show. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't really see too much of our parents in him because he's like he's been through probably just as much as anyone else, and he wears it so well, and it's kind of like finally getting settled in and getting used to like a home, and like he's getting acclimated. So like each day I'm still learning and kind of like peeling back layers. And but for me, I think like when it comes to like the guardian bobs, I can always you know I say like people say if you know you know, or like when you're aware, like you like ignorance is bliss. Is so I feel like have an experience with like parents and guardians and just growing up that every single stage, every conversation, every moment that you should step in or should do the right thing, or you're always aware of like, okay, this is the moment where I do this. This is the moment where we speak on this. This is the moment where you can always see a mile away. Like, all right, I can change a person's perspective. So you can't play dumb. Like, you know, like, yo, I can affect a person right now, do this thing. And sometimes it's uncomfortable, but you got to do it. It's like, yo, tomorrow morning, we're going to walk and get smoothies and we're going to talk about this. And we just have to. You always see that moment. That's in a specific, but you're always aware of like, I have an opportunity to like further cement this connection and build this thing out. And
teachable moments, I like to call them.
Always,
it's a little teachable moment right there.
Always teachable moments. And I think what reminds me of my parents is like, I can see how easy it is to not take it because based on what you got going on. Because sometimes that teachable moment come at a time where it's like, I don't even feel like that right now. But when you think about, okay, this is not about me all the time, this is about somebody else, that's when I get my own teachable moment of like, all right, it helps you almost understand like the generation before you, like the parents or the aunts or the uncles or their friends, parents who like they had teachable moments and let them pass. When you get faced with that same moment and you do it, it also comes with the like, but I understand why the generation before didn't take the teachable moment because it ain't always easy. So now it's on me to like just keep the thing rolling or to like make a new connection. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think for me and my little brothers, always I consistently get faced with I can just pass this on, and then he'll pass this on, Marge will pass this on, or we can just clear the whole board out and just start a whole new thing. And that thing is something that's always hovering over, like every single day.
Wow. Okay. So I want to take it back a little bit to like when you first found out that your brother was going to come live with you and that you were going to be his like caretaker or whatever. Because I remember we were talking on the phone and just like everything that came along with that, like felt like it was just an insane change. I remember you said, I want to say that like trying to get him into school, and I think he didn't have no report cards. I don't think he had a birth certificate. Like, I feel like it was just like, you just got dropped a 14-year-old human being that now it's like, here, you got it. And it's like, and I remember like you talking to me and I was like, what, bro? Like trying to put myself in your shoes of like, what? So like, just try to take me back to that, like first couple weeks, months.
Yeah, I learned how it's, as a parent, I think we definitely got to just like pay homage to anybody who played a part in our upbringing, because there's so much stuff that we just do, just do and did, and like I remember last summer came, and I'm like, damn, I forgot about summer camp. Meanwhile, you call camps like, oh no, we had registration in February. I'm like, I wasn't even fucking thinking about the camp in February. Like, it's just all little, like everything about like raising a teenager and organized anything is like months out already. So it's like, yeah, you gotta bring the birth certificate. You gotta have the school records. You can't just come to school. I don't know why I thought like, all right, you can go to West Philly, it's around the corner. We're going to show up. They're like, no, where's records? We need vaccine. We need doctor's appointments. I'm like, oh, you need a doctor. Oh, you need insurance. Oh, you need like, and everything is so many details along the way that just makes you slow down. You're like, all right, hold on, because none of it is life or death. We're like, whoa, but you got to slow down for a second. And I'm still bad with that. Like, we got stuff we got a permission slip on the refrigerator right now. It's just, you start to realize that, all right, how do we slow this thing down? Because if we grow it up, I was heavy. Like, if I remember it, I remember it. If not, it's chalk. Right. But like, that's drawing, yo. That's super drawing at this point. So
10 o'clock at night trying to put together a science project because you forgot about that, John. Ain't tell nobody you needed materials. Like,
heavy.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, it's all just like a presence thing, because like, go back to the last question, like, damn, what have you seen like now versus parents or guardians before? Even without crossing all the dots, doing all the details, everything would kind of keep going, but it can be going a lot better. It can be going in a whole different, like, efficient direction, as opposed to just happening. Like, life can, like, we can be a little more in control. So yeah, the first couple months was definitely just get like, all right, I feel like every marker we hit is like, all right, we need this. We need a social security card. In order to get a social security card, you need a birth certificate. In order to get a birth certificate, you need a student ID. In order to get student ID, you need to be in school. In order to be in school, you need vaccine records. In order to get vaccine records, you got to call the old school. It is like, all right, cool. So you just like backpedaling the whole time. But then once we kind of got it going, it was, I don't know. I tell my brother all the time, like, we didn't see it happening like this, and it in no way could we imagine like this. But like, he's a music freak. Like, my man will be in his room. He got a lamp with like different color light bulbs. He'd change the light bulb color and just be in the dark listening to music. We got him in piano lessons now. He's in the school band. He's in the marching band. West Philly got a decent teacher who's from the South, so they real drumline vibes. He's gonna be in the concert band and the jazz band. So, but I'm like, all right, cool. How is this happening for us? You know what I'm saying? Like, then we kind of like caught off guard. Now we here, but like, yo, you got essentially me and Marge as your guardians, love. So what you really want to do? Like, I can tell you what we not about to sit here and say like, yo, do this right now or else. It's like, yo, what do you want to do? We will like foster that thing and push that thing. So like, half time it's us like, no, you said you want to be a musician. Don't back down from that. You still want that? It's all right, then cool. Like, say that shit loud, like, speak on it, you know what I'm saying? So once it kind of all unfolded, it became kind of more fun and not easier, because you still responsibilities and making sure you raising a proper young man. But at the same time, it's not as much pressure as you would think, because you just got your shepherding. I'm not like you like a friend first. I'm like your peer. I'm not your like authority. I'm not your boss. It's like, yo, you helping a person think. Like, I can't make decisions for you. Like, half the time, like, I don't know what I would do in your predicament, but I would think about it like this. So it's been super cool just that us all evolving at the same time, while like pouring in what we know to like this 15-year-old who just has like the world in front of him, without like, don't go down. It's like, don't go down that path, bro. I'm telling you what's down there. I've been down there. Like, if you want to run it, but I can assure you, this is what's at the end of that road. You should try that one. I wish I took that one, and then seeing how that unfolds, you know.
Yo, two things came up real quick. Joe, you got it. After this.
Ecuador vibes.
Ecuador vibes. Yo, but yo, to your point you just made, that's I went through the same thing with Julian, right? Like after my pop had passed away, feeling like, all right, I gotta like step up and like give him some direction and like, you know what I'm saying, and be on him. And he looking at me like, who you? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like learning that adjustment to be like, oh, I don't have to like be over him to like help lead him, and I could be next to him to be like, hey, like, yo, these are your options. Like you said, you said the same thing about your brother that I say about mine. It's that like just sharp, and I could see it in him that like, yo, you ahead of the game. You know what I'm saying? So that perspective shift and like, all right, now I could sit next to you when we can look at the landscape instead of me trying to, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
Oh yeah. How old is what, I don't even want to call him Junior. Like what's
yeah, he like, he about to be like, he's born 94. So he about to be like 26. Yeah. Something like that.
You got Instagram?
Yeah, he on the gram.
Yeah,
if I remembered it off the dome, I would shout him out right now, but I don't.
I'm gonna find him. I'm hopping in his DMs. Like, you don't even remember me, cuz, but I'm with it.
Sure.
Wow.
It's always been up. It's always been up with you and Juju.
Yo, that's my boy, yo.
I love
like,
it. Yeah.
You be in the hall, like, yo, run your pockets, bro.
All right, what's up?
Yo, that's so cool that like y'all go way back. Like it's so full circle, dog. I was about to say before.
You remember that book I had with all the drawings in it?
Oh yeah, I got that. I took that joint from you, bro. I was just, if you wasn't gonna bring it up, I was gonna bring that joint up. I forgot how I got that joint, but I had that joint at the crib, bro. And I'm like, yo, this nigga could draw his ass off. I'm like, I was in the crib tracing them joints and everything.
Yo, that's the only I'm like, I told you, like, I really used to be an artist, like pen to the paper type artist. I think that was the last time I started drawing.
Damn, bro. Damn, I definitely remember I had that joint. I was like, should I get this joint back? I was like, he probably don't even miss this joint.
He probably don't miss this joint.
I'm like,
I had this picture of I drew a picture of Sean Negron in 7th grade. He had that on his locker, yo. That's how heavy I was. Like, I drew the profile of him in class. Like, he had it on his locker.
There you go.
And then Paul Graff came through. Paul Graff came through and was like, it's good, but the dimensions between here and here should be the same as here and here. I said, say no more, Paul. Less. Say less.
Yo, Paul Graff. Time out.
That's what I'm saying.
Joe, we'll go with Joe with this. Like, y'all was best friends in 6th grade. Like, what do you remember from that?
Yo, so he was talking about Miss Christian class, right? This dude, the new T-Max came out, right? The new T-Max came out. He had a magazine in class. New T-Max came out. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna get these. And he's telling me for the whole day, yo, I got a T-Mac jersey in my locker for you. Like, real shit, that joint too big for me. You got it. I'm like, nah, you lying. Yo, we'll talk. I got it all day, right? Get to the locker, books. I'm like, but it was just like, we was in there clowning all day, all the time. We was on the court with it. The commute home, like I would hop off at Broad and Erie sometimes just to, you know what I'm saying, kick it some more, take a different bus home. Yeah. We was riding the train to the end of the line, coming back for no reason, like just out there. And like you said, like that was the earlier version of us like finding our tribe, our people with similarities and like going the same way we going, like ended up at the same school by like, it had to be by grace that we all ended up there at the same time, you know what I'm saying? And it was just crazy. It was a crazy time, but he's doing everything.
Oh, my man Joe just laughed all day, like all day, but like the laugh that gets us in trouble type, like, bro, you made the block hot type laugh. Like, that was Christian shut the whole class down because like,
damn, man, what you want me to do,
like
man?
Infectious laughs. He had the crazy beat on the table type doing like.
Oh yeah, you already know what time it was.
Crazy. Actually, no, you had drumsticks. Like he used to beat on the inside of the desk. Like
Real
it was
talk.
an actual drum.
Real talk. Yeah, I
He
remember
definitely was like, yeah, go ahead.
In fifth grade, right? Just before in fifth grade, I was in the class. Me, Malcolm was in the class with me, right? And they had like this talent show type joint. Cleared the middle of the floor out, like had a basketball. Malcolm, it was I can't remember who else. And they're doing the and one commercial, and I'm like hitting the beat on the chair. Yeah, I'm telling you, we was in that joint like going crazy, like just it's wild, but like we was really, yeah.
Wow, yeah. Oh man, I don't even know what to say. I'm happy this joint is now. It's like we're coming back together, and what we 31 now, bro. Like so much life has been lived. It's crazy. 32, right? Happy birthday, bro.
Yeah, for real.
Happy birthday. It's crazy.
Yo, what y'all got? Do y'all got a band? Because I remember Ian posted the pic. It was like, do you think this is the band? Like, I never got the clarity. Like, what's going on? Is it just the podcast? Not just. Is it the podcast? Is it the band? What's happening?
We was it was a little bit of trolling involved in that because of the name. The name Showbridge sound like some 70s, you know what I'm saying? We out there with the matching. But it's like, you know how you like people look at you, they scrolling right and they come across your stuff. They be like, oh, this thing in the band now? Like Showbridge?
Oh shit. Like yo, this feel like the band, like backstage. I used to manage the band. This shit got the same vibes. Like catching up with the bros. But and don't be too humble, Joe, because you definitely are in a band. Like this ain't the band, but like my man, you be rocking out in the band.
Yeah, OTB, man. Me, my right hand man, Rob, Germel, you know Rob from up Penn State, and then his older brother, his older brother Joey. We be rocking out, man.
Rob in the band, yo. Every time I see Rob, it's always just like, yo, I'm not surprised, but every time I see Rob, my man, Trader Joe's faithful, guys. Like, he's in that joint routinely, like mature shopper vibes, like.
Real talk.
Essentials.
Yo, that's my man. I guarantee you, he don't pick up nothing off that shelf without reading the whole thing. Like he don't. Okay, all right, this is good, right? I know what all this means too.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, we finna have him on this joint next or soon. Hopefully,
we're gonna see what's
confirmed. But I hope so. I'd love to learn more about him. Sounds like an interesting dude. But yeah, to keep this joint rolling. So now you a whole father. You got you Trader Joe's rocking well. Want to hear like got any plans? I know we talked about some potential moves. I know actually let me bring it back to when Margie was pregnant. Y'all hit Dominican Republic and brought Sophia back to
the DR.
Yeah, brought Sophia back to Margie's hometown to get the island vibes in the womb. Yeah, tell me a little bit about the DR. What was that?
DR is special, special. It's just like not any, because that minimizes it. It's just special. Just like beautiful. You got Mars got abundance of family down there, and in a small part of town where this person knows this person, and her mother's family knows the father's family. Her grandmother lives on the land that her grandfather planted the fruit trees 30 years ago. Like this, I even put me onto the idea, like, yo, planting seeds of trees that you won't see the fruits of is heavy, and like we got to experience that. Like, damn, we on land here that the elders before us set this up. Now me and Marge and Sophia, soon to be, are here experiencing that. Like that right there is like tribe again. Powerful, but it was beautiful weather, obviously. Like the food, I gained like 19 pounds in DR. It's crazy. Like the elders there, they telling you, do you want more? But it's really not a question. It's like, just say yes, because the plate come in, you turn around, the plate already made. It's like you grandmothers got like traditional grandmothers down there and grandfathers, like they just want to see you eat. And it feel good to like make them feel good. So I was saying yes to everything. You want this? I don't even know what half the time what it means. You want this? Yeah, I'll take it. I'm taking it. Yes. Yes. More. Yes. Yes. So it's like good food, a lot of love, a lot of like new family members now. It's like a beautiful time, really. Like that's ideally to like go into the next question to be able to like move in parenting and like just fatherhood to get land, like plant trees that I may not see the grow and the fruits of, you know what I'm saying? Get your own water source, get the all the things. But when you realize, oh, life happens for you, like so many people are trying to get to where we are. And I think we trying to get, or I know I'm trying to get to where like where the equator is and where the water is and where the fruits are and the mango trees and the avocado trees and like a farm and all the thing and horses and you know what I mean? Like that type of lifestyle is like a reality now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
But DR was magic. I'm the prince of the DR. That's what they call me.
Yeah, so that's
19K.
So that's something you and Ian have in common, right? Getting closer to like the earth and dealing with that stuff. How has that like, and you know, both of y'all, if y'all want to give y'all 2 cents on like how even that mindset shift to like being in control of your own, like literally from like farming the plate, like they said, like how is that where it's like, okay, I'm laying the groundwork where I don't got to go to nobody else to get the food I need.
Well, Ian, you got that. You much well versed.
Yeah. Well, first to start with the fact that Germel was the first person to give me confidence that like what I'm talking about is not crazy, that this is my path. Like I remember like manifesting this in like 2013, 2014, saying things online. People like, oh, Ian shot out, like messaging me, yo, like you need a therapist, so like, oh, you got help, you need help or some shit. Like, cause I wasn't just on the land thing, I was also on the like conspiracy theory vibe, whatever. But people was looking at me sideways that used to be the homie. And Germel, just like you did later, Joe, Germel was like, yo, bro, I see you. Like everything you saying makes sense. Like I vibe with it. Keep going. Like you a real one. And like he was the first one. And that's just, I was just like, yo, like somebody sees it. Like anybody.
Anybody, yo.
And the fact that in 2014, I said that like, I want to go out into the world and like, not even like, I just, spirit honestly gave me like the message that for you to become the person that you want to be, you have to connect with the land. You have to learn to live how your ancestors live in harmony with the land for you to like fulfill your purpose on earth. Like you just got to do it. So I was just like, oh, bet, like any means necessary. Like I feel it in my soul. So I got to go do it. And it's crazy that that was 8 years ago. And now literally like 3 days ago, I started this like new position as I call it I'm gonna give it my own name as like co-director of this market garden that I'm gonna be working on for the company I work for now, Suelo Vivo. So literally we got like little like half acre of land and we're growing potatoes, onions, all types of herbs, carrot, like anything you can think of, we're growing. And it's gonna be like on me to get this fresh food to people directly from the earth right to the people. We're gonna pick it and then they're gonna come get it. So they're gonna be eating fresh food immediately. And like, I'm doing it now. I'm learning about it. I'm gonna be learning how to grow every single plant. I'm making a profile of every single plant. And not only that is I'm operating a business that hopefully is gonna turn into like a community bartering thing. So I'm gonna be learning how to grow food for not just me, not family, but the whole community. And I have an amazing mentor, two amazing mentors, and my girl is like on it to the point like, bro, I can't describe to you what it feels like to drink fresh water from a river that it's up in the mountains and it's not touched by humans and it comes right to my sink. Or I can't describe it, like I spend 95% of my time outside. So like I just sleep inside. When I wake up, I eat breakfast on my porch outside. When I'm working, I'm hearing the birds, I'm hearing the squirrels with my cat. And like, I just have such a deeper understanding of like what life is. Like, even like the other day, I was working on the land where we're making compost to sell. And I'm flipping the compost but you have to like wet the compost. And like, you know, my boss is a soil microbiologist. So he's just, I have two bosses. He is just like in tune, like he knows everything about chemistry, biology. So the water stopped working. And he's like, oh man, like we got to flip this pot. What we gonna do? So we had to link up with our OG and like go up the hill to the water source and literally fix the water ourselves. And like there's these pipes that are connected to these bamboo sticks, and you gotta like freak it the right way. And it's like back home, if the water is a water problem, you call the water motherfuckers, you call whatever it is. But here it's like, no, like you gotta do it. So it's like one thing you realize is like how important community is, because everyone has a skill, like, and everyone is like sharing and giving. And the other thing is like you realize like if you want to live this life, you have to be excellent. Like you have to learn to be excellent. There's no like art. It's not gonna work. Like me being the city kid, I'm with people who've been farming and building things their whole lives. If something breaks, they fix it. I'm the young boy. I be feeling like a dickhead because like motherfuckers are taking apart chainsaws and building houses with rocks. And I'm like, I can't help shit. So I'm just taking it in. But I can never explain how like that feeling, like trying to we were talking about overcoming fear. It's like, bro, it's no better way to overcome fear by how to learn to gain your freedom, your real freedom. And then I was just thinking like, bro, I'm about to operate a market garden. All this food and produce I'm going to help grow and then sell to people, hopefully eventually give to people. But I'm gonna be putting on workshops before you know it. Like I'm gaining too much knowledge. Like when Germel goes out and Germel gets his piece of land, you better damn well know he gonna hit me up and I'm gonna be like, bro, you gotta do this, this, and this. You gotta connect this way. You gotta do this way. And this like, it's just crazy that I thought about it, I dreamed it, and now I'm doing it, and it's hard as fuck. But like, and even like, yo, that's another thing, Germel's like, I recently had an emotional breakthrough. I was just telling you, and it all has to do with shame. And me and Joe gonna do an episode about it. Me and Joe gonna talk about it off John. And like this brought like me and you gotta talk about it now. Because like I've been holding so much shame in my body and it's been holding me back. And I'm finally starting to let that shit go. And like, bro, I'm feeling so inspired, feeling so ready to take on the world. And just talking to you now is like, bro, like you one of my biggest motivators for real. Just to like what you've gone through, and you just being like, Ian, like you got it. Stop bitching. Like you real, you got it. Like, and even if it was, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause like I'm saying, like back in the days, I was concerned, nervous, and anytime we talk, like, no, like you the one, Ian, like, go do it, keep going, like we got you. So that's that. But Germel, you could like just, I know you went to the Dominican Republic, you think about trying to move with the land, which I encourage you and anybody to do. So what's your take on that? And then we can take this home.
I think my first, what made me even think about outside the, I read a book. Well, actually, no, yo, didn't you put me on to the autobiography of a yogi?
Yeah, definitely.
I read that book.
Just classic.
Yo, crazy. I got it right here on the table. That's irrelevant. But in that book, he mentioned Luther Burbank. Remember that part where he goes to like who Burbank, California is named after Luther Burbank? Like a spiritual. But Luther Burbank wrote a book called The Training of the Human Plant.
Right, I never read that, John. You told me to.
It's a simple, both of y'all should read that, John. It's a simple, and he just, I'm a plant dad. I love plants every day. Everybody should, I like you, John. You got back in, but everybody should tap in with the plants. It's just like a teller of just like cultivating life and keeping life alive, really. But in the training of the human plant, I hadn't even thought about living off the land until he made this point. But Luther Burbank makes the point that the only thing next to like a brand new, like a newborn child, the most susceptible thing on the planet to like energies and the influences around it are plants. So he equates like raising, he's a gardener, and I guess like a person who spent a lot of time with plants, and he equates like raising the human plant, a human being, with that of like raising any other plant. You get a plant and the same things, the same love and attention and nurturing that you would, or like understanding different ways to nurture different plants. He equates that to raising a human being. And he spoke on how, and he just had this idea that a human shouldn't even be in like a city landscape for like the first 10 years of his life. And then like Dick Gregory spoke on how like up until age 7, the human brain is like it's most susceptible to influence. That's when like you're putting in all its programs and systems that are going to stick with a human being for life between like birth and 7 years old. And I equated that to like Luther Burbank saying he wouldn't even put like a human being like shouldn't even touch down into a city like Philadelphia until it spent like the first 10 years of his life in like the country, which like equates to like where you are, Ecuador, just like outside land, and you have to like cultivate a child back in nature. Ever since I saw that idea, I'm just like, all right, I'm with it. Like if you give me a good idea and it's like the best idea I have up to that point, I'm aligned with it. And nothing is like misaligned me from that point since then. So I'm like, if I have a kid, I gotta get to some land, gotta get low bro to land, just gotta get off like outside of the city. Sometimes it's like too busy. Like, what is it like? What's a night like walk? What's a night walk like with a kid? You got a 2-year-old, and the sounds and the smells and the sights. Like what does that do to like the human brain? What's that do to like a person in general to experience that for a like extended period of time? And then you implement like the busy cityscape. So I didn't even have like the deep spiritual connection to it. It just made the most sense to me.
Yeah.
And it like you feel the best when you in that type of environment. So I'm like, why not? It'd be cool to like live there, and then you visit Philadelphia for like 2 weeks. I bet you Philadelphia is a whole different place when you come visit now at Ed, as opposed to like, damn, I'm trying to get out of here. Like,
yo, you just gave me a crazy flashback. I remember like we used to go on our like weekly bike rides like a year into the pandemic. Remember them, Jones? When it was you told me that same thing about Martin Burbank then. And that's like another like
Luther,
crazy.
Luther, bro.
I said, what I say, Martin?
Luther, bro. Put some respect on Luther's name, bro.
My fault, man. But the other thing is like, which made me think about is the fact that like you know how people like go take trips to nature to like rejuvenate and feel better. Like it's crazy that every day I wake up, I go outside. That's what it is. Like it's just like I wake up and I check on my plants. It's like I don't have to go to nature to rejuvenate. Like literally, like I live in a little, and this is my neighbor's house. I live in a one room. Like it's just one little room, me and my girl. So like I'm just always with nature. Like I'm like I'll be working and it's a hummingbird like I'm like I'll be like and it's like that's my rejuvenation. So I'm just like continuously just being given energy. And like you talked about like plants and the connection with plants, bro. Like gaining relationship with plants is indescribable, bro. Just like starting to understand them a little bit and like, oh, you need this. It's like, oh, we need to put you in the shade. Like you're getting too much sun. And now it's like, we got space. So, tomorrow goes ham. So it's just like, it's just coming in. And like, I've said before, sometimes it's overwhelming because I have the least knowledge of the game. So I be feeling like not like man enough. Like motherfuckers be fixing and doing it. Like the things that people can do with their brain and their hands is crazy. And like I ain't learned none of that. So I was like, damn, I want to learn this. I want like every day is like I gotta learn a million things until I get overwhelmed. But man, so
that connects back to like what we talked about earlier with like the little bro and like kid and parenting. It's just like the same way you cultivate like the plant. Just you gotta observe. You gotta step back and really. Damn, what does this plant need? It ain't just one-stop shop. Like we about to just water them all one day. You got to, you know what I mean? You gotta. I think even like the notion of like understanding nature and taking care of the plants has helped tremendously, even with like little bro or like with kid or even in relationships. Just like realizing like what does the idea of nurturing. You know what I'm saying? What does each relationship need? What each person need? What does self need? You gotta like water your own plant. Speaking of plants, hold on real quick. And show this joint tomorrow. Hey. Every time I see you, I gotta tap in. She gave this joint to us.
Which one is that again? That's
one you gave
the
before
snake
y'all,
plant, I
Chinese
believe.
evergreen.
That's a Chinese evergreen. See, I'm still working on it. Okay, I mean, she
You know
gonna
what
see
I'm
this,
saying?
so I'm not even gonna say nothing.
Please. She gave it to us, and it's in good hands still.
It looks beautiful. Joe, you got any more thoughts or questions for like my neighbor about to come home soon? I'm trying not.
I mean, we had it. If I ask another question, we go on another like 3 hours. I think it was definitely good to like catch up and just like tap in because there's beautiful things going on all around and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And for us to see our brother and where he is on the journey, be able to look back at where we were when we, linked up the first time and stuff and how things develop over time, it's a beautiful thing. So, I mean, this is good to see y'all. I mean, what you got here? What you think, Mello?
I mean, all I got, I finished. I'm gonna ask you about what the future holds for you. I want to hear that. So that's gonna be the final question I'm gonna ask you. But for me, this is beyond amazing because I moved to a different country. Everyone here besides my girl, I haven't known for more than like 8-9 months, and I'm developing amazing relationships. But like a big part of this podcast is just like for me, selfish as a reason to connect with y'all and to try to have conversations. Like it's easier to have these conversations, I think, for me, being like, yo, like I got this podcast, I gotta do it. I gotta talk to my bros. Like, I'm not like trying to interview the coolest ball for whatever. Like I'm really just trying to connect deeply with the people that I love. And then if anybody else wants to watch this, John, like maybe it'll help someone else meet their lady. And then they'll have like, you know what I mean? Like just like that's off me. But the fact that like I got a podcast and I'm like, yo, I need Germel on it. Like you already know a year from now, a year and a half, like maybe a couple months, like it's just, there's no rules. Like y'all my niggas and I love y'all. Yeah. And it's like this, like there's like, I'm just thinking the percentage of chance of this happening was way lower. If we wasn't like, yo, Joe, like we gotta do shit, bro. Like we be having too many real conversations to not put it out so maybe somebody will listen who we've known or who we gonna meet or whatever the case may be. Yeah. So I love y'all. Like y'all give me so much energy. And Germel, closing statements and what's the future looking like?
Putting it out there into the universe. So you asked me what the future holds for me. I'm about to become certified yoga practitioner. Me and Mars, we're starting a foundation, you know what I mean? Just overall human welfare, human well-being through like spiritual and like natural and wellness and do all the things. Mars got the spirit of change all built in through her DNA. And I realized like my passion is I need to be a yogi. That's what it comes down to. Like, so that's what I'm stepping into. Do that on some land, invite some folks, host some wellness programs, eventually start to homeschool the youth and my own youth and the neighboring youth. And you know what I'm saying? Like to like somebody gotta like plant these seeds that, we might not see the fruits of, but the future holds for me planting seeds for sure. And super in line with like self and nature and these like the foundation we want to build. And that's what I'm speaking into existence. I'm putting it out there. I'm standing on it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only thing that really like matters to me at this point, to like align self and family and continue to tribe and take what what you figuring out in Ecuador, pass it on, plant it here and build with Joe and to just do the thing. Like, how do we get far away from these systems that ain't working? You know what I mean? So that's what the future holds for me. And I feel like that always starts back with self, and yoga to me has been like the constant throughout my journey. I feel like I'd be good at kind of teaching the right way, not just the yoga in a hot room, not the commercial yoga, but like how do we really like kind of like get back to like the essential self. That's what my focus has been on, trying to get that within the next year or so. But in the meantime, I'm just around, just being present with my little bro, my lady, my kid, just here, you know what I'm saying? Each day, just being there and being present.
What more can I say? My brothers, I know y'all, known each other since we was like 10 years old.
You know,
Black men
trying
our best in this world. Not perfect, but like real.
We here.
I love y'all. And
Love y'all too, man. It's good to see y'all faces, man. Real talk.
Yeah, I'll talk to y'all soon. Soul Bridge.
Soul Bridge.
For the homies, part 2.
Homies.
With Germel.
Yo, before we leave.
Let's get it.
Before we leave, Ian, I just thought of a new nickname for you. You the 215 Tarzan, bro. You out here living it.
I take
bro,
it.
the 215 Tarzan, holla at your boy.
Holla at your boy.
Yeah, don't meet me there, beat me there. All that.
Well, back in the days, T gave me the nickname Philly Buddha. And I'm Philly Buddha and the 215 Tarzan. I'm taking them both.
There you go.
I'm living them.
Keep going, keep going.
Yeah, definitely. And Joe, I'm gonna hit you up soon. Germel as well. Maybe not as soon, but we still gotta we also got shit to talk about as well.
How many episodes y'all had of this so far?
So we only got we got 3 on the tube, but this one gonna be like the 7th John, I think. So this not gonna come out for like a couple, maybe a month. Like we gotta roll it out, but it's gonna come out when it's supposed to come out.
I'm gonna tap in on them.
Yeah, the next couple Johns are deep. But yeah, yo, I gotta get out here before my neighbor comes back. Get some dinner.
Turn the UV off. Turn the UV off. So that's not how y'all living out there.
Put that tip back on your screen, bro. Put that tip back on, bro.
No, it's funny, it's funny because Tamar did it yesterday. Like, we try not to be on the computer at night, but I had to work last night, so I was on my John, and Tamar's like, "Why is the screen so bright? Like, you gotta put the blockers on." I was like, "All right, bet." Next night, I'm like, "What is this? Is this fucking up the vibe?"
Yo, how you turn off Big Joe? You just turned on yesterday.
It's funny because I'm probably gonna keep that John, and I'm looking forward to
listen, when you go back and watch that John, when you go back and watch it, for sure.
It happened for a reason. Like, all right, I do not want to press end, but I'm gonna stop this, John. Anybody still watching? Appreciate y'all. Hit us up, connect with us. Like, be out here.
Live.